going to be doing another backtesting session today, live and unfiltered. Going to be doing quite a lot of data. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. I think I'm going to extend it all the way up to the 10th. So this is probably going to be quite a long video, but hopefully it has some quality for you guys. So again, skip up to Monday. Sorry, to Tuesday, as I do not trade on a Monday. And yeah, we'll get straight into it by checking out what news we have this week. So today looks fairly fine. We do have news coming out at 10 AM. So yeah, not really much for us to look out for here. So we'll start on the daily time frame. Get rid of these drawings. So firstly, just going to be determining our bias. Clearly, we do have fairly bullish structure here, but it looks like we are breaking structure to the downside with a lower low being formed and us breaking this most recent low. However, it does look fairly choppy as we are disrespecting PDRAs on both sides of the market. So hopefully this isn't going to be a choppy week for us. But again, we are this close to all-time highs. So I will always be looking for longs in this market no matter what. So clearly just ranging at the moment. Not really anything for price to draw to except for the next low. Maybe this and then again all-time highs. So yeah, I'll keep an open mind, but it does look like in the AM session, well, at AM open, we have seen a big dump. And we'll just get the daily profile as well for today. So it looks like Asia ranged quite a bit. London has come up to manipulate, and now New York is coming down to distribute. So I'll keep this 15-minute gap marked out. So hopefully we do start the sell model here as we have accumulated, and now we're selling off with various reaccumulation legs for us to continue down. And again, we are respecting bearish PDRAs as we have respected this 1 minute fair value gap here. And as we additionally did disrespect this 1 minute bullish fair value gap. So yeah, definitely going to be looking for longs today. Hopefully this news isn't too big. Again, not really much for us there. And yeah, instantly gone down. So clearly our narrative is correct today, but whether we get a trade or not, we will see. Going to always be watching AS as well on the 15-minute to see if we do have any SMT. I'll definitely keep an eye on these gaps. We haven't really hit anything except for our first draw, and our next draw is very far down. Again, all of this low resistance liquidity, or trendline liquidity as people call it, will probably get taken out all in one go. But we never know, price could reverse. As traders, we're not here to predict the market, we're just here to see our setup and take it. See what we do in this 1 minute gap. We do have a 5-minute gap up here, and hopefully we do not inverse this 5 minute. I'll mark that with this. Okay. So we've disrespected that 5-minute gap. We're now in this 15-minute gap as well. But now we are seeing bullish PDRAs in the form of fair value gaps be respected and bearish PDRAs be disrespected. So this could be the start of the buy model here. So now that we've got that 15-minute inversion, probably going to be waiting for a reaccumulation leg before we manipulate back down into a 15-minute gap that's formed. Okay, we just want to instantly go, I guess. Or maybe this was the manipulation into this gap. Again, they're going to need more confluences and confirmation order flow is flipped. Going to take this short. As you see, clearly respecting this gap. I'm going to wait for us probably to break. But again, put in the high of the candle. We swept this where 10 AM opened, and this was a previous low, and we've come up here. So I will take this, but again, we are inside of this gap. So I am going to be going very light risk. But just this reaction we got off that 15-minute gap does tell me that we want lower. And again, looks like we did have SMT with AS as they came all the way up and swept that gap. So probably going to be B setup. Okay. Immediately stopped out. Not really much we can do there except for maybe not take this trade. So yeah, move on. Looking at back, probably shouldn't have taken this trade because we did come back and rebalance into this gap. So yeah, market's in a pretty tricky position. But yeah, that sucks. Move on to the next trade. Okay, starting on the daily. Okay, it looks like we are bullish now. We have got a change in state of delivery here yesterday. Again, still in this range. Looks like we did get an hourly change in state of delivery as well as an hourly inversion of all these gaps here. So yeah, definitely going to be looking for a buy today. However, AS did not come up this high. We do have SMT here, as AS has clearly come up and swept this high. So yeah, you're going to be watching this. Pre-10 AM accumulation. Now we should manipulate down into this gap. No manipulation. Tiny 5-minute gap there, but not really convincing enough for me. I do see us running from here, but kind of risky as we haven't rebalanced into this 15-minute gap yet. Yeah, there's nothing really for us here. And we've come up and now swept. These highs, have we swept them on AS? Yep, swept all the highs on AS. Looks like we should sweep that now. I'll keep an eye out there. Okay, definitely going to be watching this 5-minute. Okay, immediately disrespected that gap. Yeah, not really much here. No gaps were formed here. However, this small 15-minute. But again, price is just really choppy. So yeah, 11:36 is going to skip to the next day. No setup on that day, unfortunately. So yeah, starting on the daily. NQ did close above this high, which is all-time highs. But since then, have seen a huge leg down. Again, bearish. So yeah, definitely going to be watching this gap. Draws for today, going to be this. Just inverse all of these 4-hour gaps here. However, we left this one. Not inversed. And we have tapped into this order block here. We do have SMT with AS here. So this inversion should be safe. But again, doesn't really. Probably it's going to be a base setup. This is more just. And then target will be down here. Gonna let me sell. Okay, Should have gone break even there. Yeah, definitely should have gone break even. I'm just going to reduce risk because I did not go break even just yet. But yeah, ending in a loss. Should have been break even there already though. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Shouldn't be skipping ahead so fast. Again, price is just chopping around this week, not really making any proper moves. So 4 hour, it's a joke. Yeah, well, does look fairly bullish, however. Okay, 10 AM's opened and we have tapped into this 15 and seen a SMT with AS. Do we respect? No, we don't. Nothing. We inverse this gap? Nope. Looks like this could be a data wick because we are moving very slowly. No, not a data wick. Yeah, bro, like, I'm not trading this price action. What is this? Max, and starting on the Tuesday. Okay, we'll start on the daily. I mean, hopefully we get some good price action this week because this clearly isn't giving us anything. Again, SMT at all-time highs where we did sweep on AS, but not on NQ. So yeah, fairly bearish, but again, disrespecting PDRAs on both sides of the market. So not really. Like, this is just a joke. I hate when you backtest and this happens and there's the price action just stinks. So we didn't inverse that hourly. Didn't inverse this 15, but we do have this 15 down here. I do see a scenario with us either sweeping this low and coming higher, or coming higher than sweeping lower. So a good pre-market accumulation. Okay, immediately swept that. Not really a good reaction though, but I will take this. Leave stops just there. This gap's still unfilled, and we didn't tap it on AS. So yeah, we should be fine to take this. Yeah, this is not something I really want to be getting stuck in, just this chop. Are we going to do anything? Or not? You're going to just come up and tap me out? Yeah, like, I love this price action, honestly. Whole AM session stayed in a range of about 80 ticks. Beautiful. So, next session, not really doing too well so far. Gone 0 for 3 on this backtesting session. But again, this price action's pretty annoying. So yeah, definitely gonna be cautious today. But yeah, have been respecting bearish PDRAs and disrespecting bullish PDRAs. But again, just straight accumulation, straight barcoding. If we don't really see any good price action, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, clearly we rejected off this 15-minute fair value gap. Yeah, clearly engineered a lot of liquidity down here. So I do see longs playing out, but equally. yeah, like AS just isn't giving us anything. Neither is NQ, so not even respecting any gaps, like whatsoever. So if we look at this, we couldn't have even taken a trade. Didn't respect that gap. In fact, we inversed it. Didn't even tap into any pay rise here. Just swept liquidity for no reason. Didn't even sweep liquidity, completely failed. Yeah. Just disrespecting pay rise on both sides of the market so clearly. So yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out. Go to the next day. Okay, so this looks like a clear sell model, and now we're flipping into the buy model. So yeah, definitely gonna have good targets here today. And yeah, we've come down and swept all of this liquidity. Yeah, not really good price action, but I guess this is all live and unfiltered, of course, so can't really have perfect videos every time, but I guess you guys understand. I just immediately want to run, I guess. I think we might leave this 15-minute as a breakaway gap because we have come and manipulated down into this hourly gap. So yeah, if we look at the 5-minute PO3, clear manipulation, and then clear accumulation and manipulation into this hourly gap. So this will be more of a continuation trade, and I would enter off this 1 minute being respected. Great. Okay, not going to be a very good position, but we'll play along with it. Haven't rebalanced into any gaps yet though, which I'm a bit cautious of. But this could just be left as a breakaway gap. So yeah, can only buy one contract, no matter how. Okay, not really happy with that trade as we didn't get a proper pair of 3. That was just more of a continuation setup. So next day, okay, so we're clearly bearish today. Yesterday we didn't come up and finish the sell model, that we just reswept the highs to continue lower. And again, that probably just was a higher time frame pair 3 with a sweep to start the sell model, or to re-kick the sell model. But again, no PD raise for us to really go off. So we're gonna go down to the 1 minute and just wait. Okay, should have formed something here. We formed this 5 minute, beautiful. So hoping for manipulation into this 5. We're gonna manipulate or no? Perfect. Nice, 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 nice. AS did manipulate though. So yeah, a bit of a late entry, but gonna leave stops there, and then target all of this sell side. No, this new week opening gap we just filled, but maybe down here, and then we'll leave. I'll run at it down here. Okay, on break even there. going to move stop so this protected high, because clearly we are seeing a reaction off of that external sell side. Do anything in this drop. Nice. Okay, so next day. Okay, clearly bearish again. We just inverse this new week opening gap as well. Not really any SMT. This is going to be a clear draw for us today. And we do have this 15-minute gap here. So this could be a beautiful setup today. Like, we clearly have bearish market structure. We don't really need to go over why we have bearish market structure. Anything. We did tap into that 15 though. So here I could probably see us taking a short, but again, it is very risky. I'll take this inversion just because price clearly wants lower. We'll target there and go break even here. And we'll also target a 2R, trim some at a 2R. What was that about? Okay, looks like we might get stopped out here. I'm surprised I didn't stop me out. How close is it? One tick away, wow. But again, we are respecting bearish PD rates, which is what I like to see. Gonna go break even now that we're at a 1R and have swept this low, but I didn't go break even just yet because we had no reaction off of that. We just blew straight past it. Yeah, nice. Clearly we did have a reaction, mate. Okay, so moving on to next day's session. Potentially we see a flip here. We have tapped into this daily gap. And AS came all the way down and tapped into this discounted daily gap. So yeah, definitely going to be keeping an eye on buys today. Yeah, it looks like we're going to flip bullish now, which should be good as we do have quite a lot of targets. But we did just rebalance into this 15. And we've got SMT with AS as they've come this far down. They've tapped into the discounted gap. So some pre-10 AM accumulation. Probably just going to be a continuation today as we do have a PO3 and we got a PO3 very early, or earlier than 10 AM. So you're just going to wait for a little reaccumulation. They're going to break to the upside. Okay, nothing. Maybe that was the manipulation. Okay. Clearly want lower. Not really much for us to target. Yeah, I might just sit out here. See if price plays out. Not going to go against my bias just because we had a little flip. Yeah, going to skip today. So this daily gap's been respected. Respected on AS as well. No inversion there. However, NQ is a lot further up, and we have just tapped into this 4 hour. So market is in a bit of a tricky situation, so might not get us set up today as we are fairly neutral, and I don't really want to be getting caught up in chop. Nice, so we have an hourly gap formed here. Let's see what we want to do. Again, if we're in an hourly, I'll be going on a 5-minute chart to look for an entry. Clearly not really caring too much about this gap though. Respecting bullish PD rays inside of an hourly gap isn't something I want to be seeing for us to take a short. So yeah, going to sit today out as well. It's good to know when not to trade, just so you don't lose capital like we have in the first 3 trades. Like the conditions just clearly weren't providing us, and we tried to force trades and we got caught out. Even if you find a good setup, it's a lot lower, less probability of hitting your trade. So yeah, clearly bullish today. If you go on the 30-minute, you can see it clearer. Sell model, smart money reversal, now reaccumulation legs with manipulation legs into PD rays for us to then reverse and continue higher. So definitely going to be looking like a long for us today. Just wonder how we're going to be able to get that. I've already come down and tapped into this 15 and shown quite a good reaction. So yeah, looks like this might actually just be another continuation trade. I will take, okay, bit of a reaccumulation here. Tapped into that 5-minute, I'll take a long off here. SMT as well, perfect. Oops, don't go backwards. Just move that around. Okay. We haven't broken this high yet, but I'm confident. 4 cons. Gonna move stops up. Let's find some draws. Okay, discounted hourly. First draw. Okay, another 4 hour there, so that should probably give us a reaction. Maybe just below the CE of this 4 hour. So this hourly, I mean. And then, yeah, should give us a 2.7 in total. But yeah, I'll let this play out. Chop. Straight chop it again. Break even there. Gonna trim just 25% off there. Do we want this? Oh, okay. Nice. So we got that decent trade, reaccumulation, manipulated into a 5-minute gap and saw SMT, and then continued higher. Pretty easy. So now, again, what are we going to be looking for today? Probably a short now that we've rebalanced into this gap. But again, we do need to finish off this buy model. So yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out for both. Have respect to this 4 hour. Again, choppy as here. Yeah, hopefully we don't get caught in chop today. Okay, we're in this 5-minute gap. We did reject heavily off that daily gap as well. Especially in that new day opening gap. Now we've come up to fill that and started to distribute lower. So narrative right now is indicating bearish. I would take a change in state of delivery. Do we get one? Alright, that candle's enough for me to take this. I think I'm going to leave stops. Actually, I'm going to wait for this 1 minute to be respected. sweep and nice. Yeah, price is acting very, very well when we do tap into bearish. Oh, okay. When we do tap into bearish PD raise, which is a good sign if we want to go short. We'll target a 2R, obviously. We go break even here. And then, yeah, we'll just target a 2R for our first position. And the SMT to watch out for here. Not really, didn't really give us anything, but we have tapped into that 5. What do you want to do here? Great. Okay, well, that ends the backtesting session. Kind of messed up our win rate, but still very good win rate, 81%. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed and stick around for tomorrow's video. See you guys later.